Oh sweet, it's my rental truck. Alright, so this time I'm gonna do a parody of Soul for Real's Candy Rain, and it's probably gonna be pretty cringy, but fuck it. Here we go. Mule, do you ever dream to haul in anything ever? It's a mule, so let's get to this. That was terrible. Alright, you get the gist of it. Every video, these songs get worse and worse. I just not even shouldn't even have the song included in the intro anymore. The classic commercial delivery truck, inconspicuous, secure, reliable. What happens in the back stays in the back. Oh yeah. So there are currently 3 versions of the Mule in GTA 5. The classic Mule, the heist update Mule, and the Mule custom. Originally, I was going to review all 3, but I realized how drastically different the Mule custom was and decided to hold off. Also, I'll only speak very briefly about the heist Mule. It's literally the same vehicle with extra bells and whistles attached to it, really. Or more or less cosmetic stuff anyway. Also, keep an eye out for Easter eggs in this video that may allude to my next 50th video. I'll probably make them super obvious, so even an idiot like me can find them. The Mule in its current form is a cab-over diesel commercial box truck. It has always been a box truck in some form or another, and being that it always finds its way into some missions, whether it's stealing guns from a National Guard armory, or running coke across San Andreas. While it isn't fast, I can assure you that it's definitely very useful, whether your intentions are serious or silly. The Mule has been one of those vehicles that has stuck around for a long time in the series, and more or less the design in the 3D universe remained relatively the same. The Mule was introduced in GTA 3, and the design resembled a 3rd generation Ford E-Series box van. The design itself remained relatively unchanged throughout the 3D universe, albeit with some minor cosmetic changes through each game. There was also 2, I guess you'd call them performance versions of the Mule. The Triad Fish van in GTA 3 and the Mr. Wong's van in GTA LCS. Both were all-wheel drive and able to travel much faster than the standard Mule. The Mule made a return in GTA 4. This time, it was based around an early 90s Mitsubishi Fuso FM series box truck. I like the Ford version better because of some of the ones you can find that have graffiti all over them, kinda adding to the immersion. The Mule, of course, returned to GTA 5, but it was a bit different. This model, you can see people in the back of the truck. There are hundreds of guides on how to do this online and how to open the rear doors online. Since I'm on single player with mods, I don't need to do that. You can either sit in the back itself, which is up to 4 people by the way, or you can just stand on the back. I know, you can just stand in the back of the truck and not risk falling out, making this somewhat of an excellent escape vehicle, I guess, because you can use, rocket launchers and miniguns without actually sitting in the car. And here's the other thing too, because you're not technically in the vehicle, if you're wanted, the driver doesn't become wanted with you. So it kind of makes it a little easier, I suppose. Unless your driver hits a cop car, and then I guess you get wanted too, so there's that. The Mule can also haul more than just people, though. It can also haul vehicles. I'll demonstrate this in this delightfully funny PSA I found a couple years ago. Let's watch.
The guide to your mule and you. The Mule offers tons of protection for you and your crew, including defense against brutal beatings, pistol rounds, automatic shotguns, high-powered rifles, submachine guns, bigger machine guns, buzzard missiles, firework launchers, rocket launchers, but not tanks at all. With so much room in the back of your Mule, you can store your BMX, store your motorcycle, store your ATV, store your car. Kind of. Store the local fire truck, store your personal helicopter, store your plane, store your bigger plane, store a train. When winter rolls around, you can store your jet ski, store your boat, and evidence. With such a sturdy design, feel free to park your van, park your boat riddled with explosives, park a fire truck, park a tank, park construction equipment, and even park a mule. Look at that balance. Proper care and maintenance of the mule is a must. To make sure your shocks are always in the best condition possible, drop from unparalleled heights, rotate your tires often, and don't forget to wash off with plenty of seawater. Look at that shine! Or support your community with local car washes. Now it's time to enjoy your new mule. Feel free to ride with friends. Just look at that friendship. And even feel free to ride with strangers. Warning, we are not liable for you riding with strangers and causing any type of mayhem. Please be advised that if you do cause mayhem, you will be apprehended. We do not encourage riding with strangers. We are not liable for anything that happens to your mule while riding with strangers. We are not responsible for the care and maintenance of your mule. If you do find yourself riding with strangers, please do so at your own risk. Some side effects while using your mule may include skin rash, hives, difficulty breathing, swelling of your face, lips, tongue, or throat, mood or behavior change, anxiety, panic attacks, trouble sleeping, or if you feel impulsive, irritable, aggressive, hostile, restless, hyperactive, more depressed, or have thoughts about killing people in the streets. Please consult your doctor. Please do not attempt anything you saw in this video. Enjoy your new mule. Warning, fun may be had. Pegasus, bringing you the vehicles you really want.
Well, that sure was fun, wasn't it? Yes, this vehicle can in fact haul cars. Most of them anyway. There are two variations of the standard model. The normal one with 2 cargo doors, and the one with a large cargo ramp door, which is only used for particular missions. Apparently it was previously unused in the game, but now, since the Diamond Casino Heist came out, it's being used for certain cell missions now, I guess. Which is kind of cool. It's too bad we can't actually have it in, normal game mode, but whatever. The truck is based off of a mid-90s Mitsubishi Fuso. If you've seen any cab-over commercial vehicle ever, it's either an Isuzu Elf or a Mitsubishi Fuso. The Mitsubishi Fuso FM series, or Fuso Fighter as it's called, is a line of medium-duty commercial trucks. Okay, can I just say, what a cool name that is. Fuso Fighter. It's like fighting to haul crates or something. Kinda love the Japanese for giving their most mundane vehicles cool names. Also, props to them for some clever advertising too. They even got Jackie Chan to star in one of them. Let's check out a couple then actually.
Congratulations.
トラックが変わる。三菱ふそうが変える。エキサイティング。フルゴンフォート4トン新型ファイター誕生。
Fighter. If you ever plan to
一段とたくましく快適に。先を行くのはいつもファイター。パワフルコンフォート4トン新型ファイター登場。
How cool was that? Also, I kind of like the graphics they put on some of those trucks in the ads. But what is up with Japanese ads having Western music in them? Is there some kind of connection I don't know about? The Fuso Fighter was offered with a variety of engines. It was very hard to find any detailed info about these engines, so I'll just focus on one of them I think is close to the one in the Mule. The 6017 engine is a 6-cylinder diesel making around 185 horsepower. Turbo and all-wheel drive options are also offered for the Fuso, as well as choices of automatic and manual transmissions, some with extra load years. Alright, so that out of the way, with the real-life information I've gathered and badging on the vehicle, because we can't see the actual engine, I can only assume that the Mule features a 3000cc or 3.0 liter inline 6. I don't believe it's turbocharged, however, and here's why. It's absolutely terrible at climbing hills. Now, due to the large nature of the vehicle, this thing can be pretty hard to handle. But I was surprised, it wasn't nearly as top-heavy as the Dashhound. Kinda weird seeing as this thing does tend to roll quite a bit in hard corners. While level ground acceleration is okay, about 10 seconds, this thing suffers heavily in the hills of Vinewood. Probably why I never see them over there. The lack of torque is pretty detrimental to it, honestly. Next up is practicality. I already talked about moving people, but what about moving vehicles? Well, I'd advise you get a friend if you want to try this online. Step 1 is obtain a mule. They spawn pretty frequently, so finding one shouldn't be too hard, unless you can order one from through Pegasus. Step 2 is find a ramp to load it. Keep in mind, have one person stay in the driver's seat of the mule while the other loads the vehicle. If you loiter yourself and try to re-enter the mule, the game will not let you for some reason. unless you load it halfway into the back and then push the car the rest of the way into the back with something like a pole or something. After that, you just close the doors and you're good to go. Granted, the handle will be affected. That's to be expected. I'm pretty sure the game was not designed to have a car in the back of that truck, so that's probably it. Instead of being stuck behind one of these on a narrow road, why not be the one caught in the traffic jam instead? Move everything from furniture to lab equipment, or keep it empty and just enjoy the ride. So, the Heist Mule. Is it any different? It has a brush guard that helps reduce front end damage. That's it. Although the Mule was always pretty durable to begin with, so that's basically it. Oh, and it costs more. It costs money when you could just get the free one from the streets. I just don't see the. I mean, I guess it was a gimmick at the time when, you know, because think about it. This is back when the Heist update came out. The Heist update came out a bajillion years ago. That was like when the Heist update came out. That was the real deal. And you know, I guess at the time you would have bought it because, ooh, it's a new vehicle. It's a new vehicle, you know. But now you're looking and think, wow, I bought that. I mean, granted, it's only $100,000. Like, really, it's nothing compared to like modern online vehicles. That's nothing. That's pennies. But I bought one. Do I use it? No. I use the regular one because it looks cooler, or it looks better. It looks stupid. Like, I don't know. Well, there you have it. 1994 Maibatsu Mule, a staple of the series, and a workhorse that doesn't actually have that many horses under the hood. I'll be honest, I was really disappointed by the piss poor torque this thing had, especially for a diesel. It makes up for it though with being mostly bulletproof, able to be turned into a glorified getaway truck, and it can haul your Japanese shitbox wherever you want to go. 1994 Maibatsu Mule. It's all in the name, baby. There you go, guys, the Maibatsu Mule. I gotta say, I really like this truck because I've had a lot of memories with this truck and online. Me and my friends would just goof around with these things. I mean, they're slow, but you can have a lot of fun with them for, you know, little cash. You know, I mean, in the world in GT Online now, we have flying bikes and jet planes. Me and my friends would probably still pick the Mule over anything. I mean, the shit you can do with these things is fun. It was kind of hard to find footage of these trucks because most of them were either sales pitch videos, people on someone talking, or they were really low quality. Well, I mean, like that one I showed you with the one that was drifting. That was a vertical cam. So I apologize for that. But I have a lot of fun with these trucks, you know. And I also, this is kind of cool because like my first like commercial truck review, I guess. You know, I've been wanting to do one for a while, and I figured, hey, let's do the classic. Let's do the Mule. That's been in the game for like ever now. So I'm going to definitely do the Mule custom because it's a completely different animal. Animal because it's a mule, like an animal. Anyway, yeah, it's a completely different vehicle. Like, it's got weapons on it and armor and stuff, and I'm like, okay, this is a bit different for me. I might save it. And as far as the Heist Mule, don't buy it. It's junk. I mean, it was cool back then, yeah. I mean, I guess if you have like tons of money, you just don't want to spend it on. Sure, buy a Mule custom, but why? I mean, you just buy the regular one for like 27 grand, or just take one for free. You don't even need to buy one. You can just take one for free, and there you go. But yeah, I will say though, the handling on this thing is actually pretty decent for a truck. Like, it didn't want to tip over once. Like, I was genuinely impressed. There was a lot of tire squealing though, as you can tell on my footage here, or back there. But no tire marks were left, so that's kind of weird. But yeah, the body roll was really bad. I mean, that's to be expected though for a truck. But yeah, I had a lot of. I'm trying to find like a better test track to do my testing on, because I keep using the same location and it's getting kind of old at this point for me. I want to make like my own like Top Gear test track and do like a slalom, like I'm going through cones and stuff. You know, that's what I want to do. That would be kind of cool. Like do a slalom and do like autocross style track with like hairpins to cane and stuff like that. That would be cool. I left a message on Reddit GTA 5 mods subreddit asking, hey, do you all know any good mods that add a test track to the game? I don't want an actual map. I just want like a menu, preloaded, set track. That's all I want. So, anyway, I've been going on long enough now. It's been 15 minutes, and this is going on a pretty long time. But stay tuned for the next video, which is the 50th episode. So stay tuned for that. And without further ado, I'm out of here. Talk to y'all later.